Hello and welcome to Warcraft Daily for today, the 7th of September 2013. So in today's news, well, we only have one little piece of kind of news and the rest is a bit of an idea I have for making the pre-raid experience and the LFR experience more fun than it currently is. I think you might like it. Anyway, let's get into the news. So the first thing is the LFR Satchel. I know this is something I noticed in the MMO Champion today and honestly I completely missed it. Pretty much. There's a call to action in LFR. That means if your spec or whatever is a needed spec, or say you're a tank and there's not enough tanks, which there pretty much always is, not enough of, and there'll be a little icon, and at the end you will get a misty satchel of exotic mysteries. This can contain rare mounts, rare gems, and rare pets, and some nice little vanity things. So it seemed pretty cool, and it's a nice way to encourage tanks and healers to get into LFR. So yeah, maybe that will help to reduce the queues. I remember they did that for Heroics and Cataclysm, and I think it worked pretty well. I know that I ran a few more as a tank just to see what was going on with the system. Now, for the next thing, this is a little bit of thinking I was doing about how we can diversify the endgame in a non-raiding sense. So, yeah, I just want to bounce this around and maybe I'll add a little bit more spice to LFR. So how about adding a definite drop the first time you do an LFR that is similar to how it worked with Heroic scenarios? This would be pretty much the same level as the normal LFR stuff, but it would be a nice little guaranteed thing to get people to run in, enjoy the content at least once, and at least get to see it. So personally I think the idea, I like the idea of how you can do more varied content to get definite items, like say the Heroic Scenario 1 and the old Seer quest, and having this in the sense of it being a definite item. It's kind of lots of little things you can do to go grab a piece of loot here, grab a piece of loot there, which is cool. Now another idea I had was, how about adding some quest lines in the world that may have perhaps a little bit of gating or something like that to prevent people from gearing up way too quick and just having nothing to do. But I suppose something that's nearly akin to an old style of epic quests, where you can do the quest, it's a really cool quest, there's cool NPCs, story and stuff, and you get an epic item at the end. It could be kind of cool as well, because they could make the epic that you get at the end suit the story, so perhaps you're, going and seeking down some rare weapon, or defeating some rare lieutenant of somebody, something like that. I think what this would do is, it would first give players a lot more diverse sort of things they can do, and it would really bring back the idea of feeling like a venture in what I think would be quite a good way. I think the key to making pre-raid content fun is by giving people a wide variety of things to do, and I think that right now we have plenty of stuff that's accessible via queue or currency. So just how about adding more things that are located in the world or via a cool quest? I think that would be more cool. I know the Isle is in the world, but when it comes down to it, you're still getting X amount of currency to buy an item, albeit in a more interesting way. So yeah, pretty much sort of limited amounts of epic quests, which might give you an epic, and perhaps more interesting and definite, maybe the odd definite drop from your first attempt at an LFR, your first clear. Something like that. I don't know, what do you guys think? I really do feel that there needs to be more things to do, if you're not raiding your normals, flexes, or heroics, that involve just going out in the world and doing stuff, that more importantly don't involve queuing for something to get the chance of a piece of loot, which I don't think's maybe the most sustainable way of gameplay. Anyway, let's move on. The final thing I just want to say, patch time! 5.4 is dropping in 3 days for those of you in America, and 4 for the EU. If you want to test your class or anything like that on the PTR, you're running out of time, you better do it now, and now's actually a pretty good chance to do it, because the final stage of the Siege Wargrimmar LFR is available for testing. Now, it is probably going to be rock hard, because our gear is all normalized to 496, and, well, they're just a little bit overtuned at the minute. So, yeah, as for when the patch drops, what kind of things are you going to be doing? Are you going to be jumping into the Timeless Isles, doing normals, flexes, PvPs? It'd be cool to know, sort of let everyone who's watching these videos have a bit of a chat together and see what kind of cool stuff that can be done when the patch comes. Maybe you'll find a good idea of something fun to do. Anyway, that's it for today's Warcraft Daily. I have turned pretty much zero news into a 5-minute show, nearly, so I am quite proud about that. As for what I've been doing on the channel, and the reason today and tomorrow mightn't be the most interesting, it's because I'm doing 5.4 videos. I know it kind of sucks right now, but they need to be done, and I'm probably going to be very hungover on the 11th. so I need to get all these videos and things done now in advance. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, that like button always helps, and with that, I'll see you next time.